Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Dr. Sene and I'm here sharing some ideas with you about the great singer Whitney Houston, whose voice was most beautiful, symphonious and extremely powerful and soulful that she became one of the best-selling music artists of all time with sales over 200 million records worldwide. American singer and actress Whitney Houston was nicknamed The Voice, and she's known to have influenced many singers in popular music, as she was known globally and loved globally for her powerful, soulful vocals and vocal improvisation skills. Guys, we can talk about her exceptional talents for hours, maybe days, but today I'm going to talk to you about Whitney's secret torment, as she was forced by her mother and also the social values at the time to hide her lesbian or bisexual sexuality. This seems so unfair, doesn't it, as she had to hide her true identity. Whitney's lesbian lover, Robin Crawford, and Whitney met as youth counselors at New Jersey's East Orange Community Center in the summer of 1980, when Whitney was 16 and Robin was 19, and they fell for each other. Robin had said that their relationship turned intimate and romantic, though it only lasted for 2 years, due to the narrow minded prejudices of society at the time. Whitney Houston, her personality, her good looks, and her mesmerizing voice was the perfect face for the MTV dominated 1980s, a glamorous showgirl shaped by a Svengali, the powerful Arista Records producer Clive Davis. Guys, I read the book by Jerry Kennedy titled Didn't We Almost Have It All in Defense of Whitney Houston? The book was out last year, and Kennedy talks about Whitney's deep, dark secret she held on to as a closeted lesbian. Now, guys, Whitney was raised in New Jersey and was under the thumb of her mother, Sissy, who was a singer herself. Whitney's mom, Sissy, was also a devout church member of New Hope Baptist Church and a member of the gospel singing clan, the Drinkard Sisters. Sissy was a star in her own right, singing back up to the king himself, Elvis Presley, and Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul. Whitney's mother held very strict Christian values and was in no way going to tolerate her daughter being a lesbian. Whitney must have obviously felt the pressure very deeply to conform to her strict religious upbringing, her mother's strong personality and her roots, and the norms of the time. Whitney hid her sexuality from the public until her tragic passing, which took place on 11th February 2012. Jerry Kennedy, the author of the book I mentioned before, points out how Whitney was dealing with all kinds of pressure at the time as a black artist and as a woman whose sexuality was questioned. Quote, because her music didn't fit squarely in the boxes expected of a black girl making music in the 80s, she was seen as not black enough. She was ridiculed, brandished whitey, and endured endless speculation on her sexuality. Unquote. Houston was at the top of her popularity and her endless achievements as a performer in 2009, but behind the scenes, she was battling multiple demons. Even as a little girl, Whitney felt different. She was a tomboy and bristled at wearing the frilly clothes and hair ribbons chosen by her mother. She preferred jeans, t-shirts, and running track with her older two brothers, Gary and Michael. It was Mum Sissy who swept up daughter Whitney in her all-consuming desire to push her daughter into the singing business. Sissy was a very strict mother and her kids were under her thumb, and Sissy got Whitney practicing singing for hours as she realized how talented Whitney was from an early age. Her daughter's would-be fame was seen as a family's ticket out of poverty. Robin Crawford, her lesbian lover, became Whitney's first close friend, confidant, and companion outside of her brothers. And she was honest and sincere and always had Whitney's back and was unyieldingly loyal. With Crawford, Whitney Houston could be herself. There was no pressure, no judgment. Crawford loved her. Whitney could be the tomboy who preferred smoking Newports, getting high, and cursing. Crawford was Houston's personal assistant and secret lover. Quote, it was free and honest, loving and tender, Robin Crawford wrote in her 2019 memoir entitled A Song for You, My Life with Whitney Houston, after decades of silence. We both wanted to touch and explore each other, and we did until we fell asleep in each other's arms. It is said that Whitney and Robin were so attached to each other that together they sunbathed in the Jersey Shore, went to gay clubs, and made out in a rental car before being told to move along by a cop. Robin drove Whitney to club shows. Whitney attended Robin's college basketball games. They also trekked to Harlem to buy a dime bag of illicit substances. Robin wrote. They were partners in a traditional sense, but never had a real conversation about labels. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, girlfriend. Kennedy writes. We were friends. We were lovers. We were everything to each other. We weren't falling in love. We just were. We were one. That's how it felt, Robin wrote in her book. In bed, they plotted songs Whitney would sing and their future. In that same summer of 1980, they got an apartment together and Whitney promised to take Robin wherever she was headed. Kennedy writes, it is said that Whitney's mom never liked Robin Crawford, even when she thought that they were just friends. But when whispers of the girl-girl relationship reached Sissy's ear, she had a fit and tried to keep the two from even walking next to each other in public. The church and the recording industry were both so homophobic. Whitney knew the affair had to end, and Clive Davis gave her a record deal. She broke the news to Robin. In his book, Kennedy writes that Whitney told Robin, you know how I feel about you, and we will always have that. Crawford respected Whitney's career and her climb to fame and kept quiet about her relationship with the singer until several years after her death. With her 1985 debut single, Whitney Houston was on fire out the gate. Her first album soared to number one in 1987, and by the early 1990s, she had 10 number one singles. Guys, the love affair with Robin was over the summer it began, but Whitney made her an executive assistant, and Whitney knew Robin would have her back no matter what. The role that was given to Robin did nothing to quiet the rumors. Was she gay? The public wanted to know. Guys, it is sad that they were doomed as lovers due to social restrictions. Don't you think so? Whitney eventually turned to Bobby Brown, a singer from projects of Roxbury, where loud, ghetto, fabulous black music made him an R&B king, and the girls went crazy. Their partnership made sense. Bobby could get away from his R&B thug bad boy image, and Whitney needed to escape the gay rumors. They tied the knot in 1992. They had a daughter, Bobby Christina. Houston and Brown divorced in 2007 after a volatile relationship. Whitney was in financial stress as well. The extent of the singer's debt came out during her divorce from Bobby Brown in 2007. She owed money over real estate in Atlanta and New Jersey, and her own dad sued her for millions. In 2009, the multiple Grammy and Emmy Award winner came clean about her drug habits to Oprah Winfrey. Whitney's cocaine addiction was spiraling out of control, and it was Robin who went to Sissy about it. But Whitney said Robin was just overreacting. In year 2000, Robin did distance herself from Whitney as she had concerns about the state of Whitney's personal life and her drug addiction. They kept in touch, however, as their love for each other never diminished. On February 11, 2012, at the age of 48, the star Whitney Houston was found face down in a water-filled bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. The forensic toxicologist reported at the time she was acutely intoxicated from cocaine. Guys, please get a hold of a copy of Robin Crawford's book, A Song for You, My Life with Whitney Houston. You will enjoy it, guys. I certainly did. Hope you liked my story, and if you did, please consider subscribing to my channel. Leave your comments in the comments box, and thank you for watching. That's it for tonight, guys. Good night.